Hey, Melissa, Elon Musk announcing on X that xAI has acquired X in an all-stock transaction, saying that this combination values xAI at $80 billion and X at $33 billion, $45 billion less $12 billion in debt.
Just a typical quiet end to the week. Here's the official post from Musk on X. xAI has acquired X in an all-stock transaction. The combination values xAI at $80 billion and X at $33 billion, which is $43 billion less the $12 billion of debt that they're currently carrying. Since its founding 2 years ago, xAI has rapidly become one of the leading AI labs in the world, building models and data centers at unprecedented speed and scale. And just to be clear, folks, this isn't hyperbole. Jensen Huang of NVIDIA, CEO of the company, said that nobody else could have pulled off the speed and scale with which Tesla deployed their massive AI supercluster. Literally, the CEO of NVIDIA, no one else on earth could have done this. He said, his words, not mine. And prior to xAI scaling this motherfucker up, people didn't actually think it was possible to have that many massive AI training GPUs coherently clustered together. I won't get into all the technical details, but until xAI pulled this off, not only did they do it in world record time, but people thought that you couldn't put that many GPUs together and still have them actually work. That's the watered down version. AI nerds don't get too mad. So when Musk says that what xAI has done, including building models and, importantly, data centers at unprecedented speed, that is true. And unprecedented scale, also true. They're moving faster than any other AI company in the world and doing things that no other company thought was even possible. He continues, X is the digital town square where more than 600 million active users go to find the real-time sources of ground truth and, in the last 2 years, has been transformed into one of the most efficient companies in the world, positioning it to deliver scalable future growth. xAI and X's futures are intertwined. Today, we officially take the step to combine the data, models, compute, distribution, and talent. This combination will unlock immense potential by blending xAI's advanced AI capability and expertise with X's massive reach. Again, 600 million active users. The combined company will deliver smarter, more meaningful experiences to billions of people while staying true to our core mission of seeking truth and advancing knowledge. This will allow us to build a platform that doesn't just reflect the world, but actively accelerates human progress. I would like to recognize the hardcore dedication of everyone at xAI and X that has brought us to this point. This is just the beginning. By the way, folks, when Elon Musk says this is just the beginning, you might want to pay attention. Look at his track record. Thank you for your continued partnership and support. So this is enormous news. And I suspect when the implications sink in, a lot of panicky institutional Tesla investors will be breathing a sigh of relief. Oh, okay, I don't need to worry about Elon potentially in the future needing to sell more Tesla shares to finance either of these entities. This is massive. A lot of people are surprised by this news. I am not among them. Back late August 2023, some guy on X posted, so about xAI, Tesla's real-world data stream plus X's real-time language stream equals the ingredients for AGI, Artificial General Intelligence. The post continues. Cool story, bro. What's your point? No one else has ingredients of the same quality if they have them at all. Think about it. And this was in reference to a picture, a screenshot taken from the xAI website, which clearly wrote this. Relation to X Corp as in X.com. We are, this by the way was true at the time, we are a separate company from X Corp, but we'll work closely with X, Tesla, and other companies to make progress toward our mission. It was obvious from the outset, especially with this feature on the website after the company was announced, the intimate ties between xAI and Tesla. As I said in this post, I wasn't joking. These three entities combined, xAI and Tesla, have the ingredients for artificial general intelligence, and no other company has all of the ingredients. Language models are great, they're cool, but they are not real-world intelligence. The only company on Earth who's essentially solved this problem, real-world intelligence, seeing, perceiving, planning, acting, moving throughout the real world, is Tesla with FSD. No one else has this data stream. This is really important. If you want embodied intelligence, you need this. Additionally, X is a real-time language stream which no other company has access to. And as we can see, what's happened with xAI, their progress with Grok, especially Grok 3 and the real-time data stream, they've leapfrogged, gone from not existing a couple of years ago to best in class, on par, if not in excess of the best in the industry in just a couple of years, literally just 2 years, driven by their access to the X data stream. And it's not just written language, not just text, but also pictures and videos. It's inarguable that X has at least two key advantages here. Any language model can scrape the open internet. Now, some portions you have to license, but open internet, anyone can do that. You'll get a pretty good LLM. But only X and xAI have an agreement for data sharing, meaning nobody else has access to the data stream from X. This is important. As I said in this post at the time, this quality in terms of data stream for text, for language, no one else has this. They can get much closer by scraping the open internet, licensing the anus of the internet, e.g. Reddit and so on. But there's still a massive advantage here. However, zero companies, there is no equivalent of the open internet for Tesla's real world data stream. 7+ million vehicles on roads collecting data. Doesn't exist. Therefore, these three companies are the only that between them have all of the necessary ingredients for AGI, and said ingredients being by far the highest quality. This is really fucking important. The story does not end here. As Elon said, this is just the beginning. There are massive, massive, massive implications for Tesla. Again, I have to underscore, when this company was first announced, this was clearly written on the website in relation to X Corp. They mentioned Tesla specifically. You know why? Because if xAI wants to solve artificial general intelligence, they need the real world data. Who has the real world data? That would be Tesla. And I speculated at the time, there's likely to be some kind of exclusive licensing agreement, or maybe even Tesla gets a slice of xAI, because Tesla has an invaluable and necessary ingredient for artificial general intelligence. Does Tesla license this data stream to xAI for many, many billions, if not a few tens of billions of dollars? Does Tesla get a share, a stake in this new entity? Who knows? But I'm just saying, xAI are not hiding the fact they essentially want to solve artificial general intelligence. And in order to do that, they will need Tesla's data. There is much more to this story than meets the eyes. Back in August 2024, the same guy who we just read his post also said this: "It's been around 24 hours and my head is still spinning at the wild progress the xAI team have made with Grok. Insanely impressive." He continues, "The X data stream of text, including real-time text, images and videos, is an incredibly valuable and useful asset." A year prior to that, the same guy, when sharing a post from X, wrote this: "Amazing what can happen in a year. X has risen from the ashes of Twitter and fights for freedom of expression while old Twitter was the #1 enemy of free speech. Glad somebody with $44 billion was willing to take the arrows, acquire Twitter and fight for Team Humanity." I mean, bro, it really is amazing what can happen in a year. I suspect approximately 0 people beside me will be talking about the link with Tesla again. I'm going to say it a million times. Tesla's real-world data stream is one of the necessary ingredients for artificial general intelligence. Not just a cool language model, but something that is generally intelligent. If intelligence isn't embodied and can't navigate through the real world, it ain't general intelligence. It's narrow intelligence. It's cool, but the real world kind of matters. By the way, no pun intended, because matter. Get it? You probably don't. Let's see how the legacy media is reacting to this news.
Elon Musk just made an announcement on X that xAI has acquired X in an all-stock transaction. It values xAI at $80 billion and X at $33 billion. Keep in mind, Musk bought X, when it was then Twitter, for $44 billion back in 2022. For more, we turn to Bloomberg's Max Chafkin, who covers all things Elon Musk for us. So, Max, he suggests that the combined company blends xAI's advanced AI capability and expertise with X's massive reach. Are you surprised by this one?
Well, in some ways, I'm surprised because we have this, late Friday news in which one Elon Musk company is buying another Elon Musk company. Not totally clear how they came up with the valuation. In another sense, it's not surprising because these two entities, xAI and X, have been kind of operating like one company. So X, which is the name for Twitter that Elon Musk gave it, has this chatbot inside of it, Grok. That Grok was created by xAI. xAI is training off of data from X. I know it's a lot of X's there, essentially all your social media data. And it's also seemed like one of Musk's plans to make this Twitter acquisition pay off. He paid $44 billion and then promptly lost a lot of the advertising, was to kind of pivot to AI. So you did sort of think, how is he going to do this while having xAI as a separate company? And I think now we have the answer. This sort of makes it a little less clumsy. I think there are going to be questions from corporate governance experts, and I would expect that the investors have agreed to this if he's going to do this. But you could imagine if this were a public company, we would see shareholder lawsuits and that sort of thing. But
yeah, one of the many, 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 many benefits of not being a publicly traded company.
Of course, it's a private company in this case.
So what will become of X on a consumer-facing level if this deal closes?
I think my guess is that X will stay the same. The difference will be that now xAI, this chatbot, owns this data that X has and that xAI, the chatbot, is using to train itself on. So my guess is nothing will change. Perhaps it will allow X, the company formerly known as Twitter, to be a little less dependent on advertising, which has been Elon Musk's plan all along. It also...
By the way, can confirm, true. Musk posting this in the early days regarding the acquisition of Twitter. Twitter needs to become by far the most accurate source of information about the world. That's our mission. That Three First Names guy wrote this: Twitter's secret master plan. 1. Allow people to freely share their thoughts, opinions, ideas, and information. 2. Allow community to add relevant context and notes. 3, and this is important, while doing so, end dependence on advertising revenue so no one has Twitter by the balls. 4. Win. Any company entirely beholden to advertiser revenue for its survival is in a terrible position. Oh, and in totally unrelated matters, it's for your protection, not their quarterly profits, to be as safe and effective. I don't know what I said there. Why did I say that? It's got nothing to do with anything. Moving along.
So allows Elon Musk to sort of claim that he got a good deal, like he paid $44 billion, he sold it for $45 billion, he hasn't lost money, and my guess is he will continue to post on social media with his usual ridiculous schedule all day and all night.
Weird ending to the segment, but okay, Max. Anyway, big news. Much bigger implications, I think, than most people realise too. In the end, this was inevitable. I'm not surprised, although many folks are, but I guess they didn't see this on the xAI website when the company first was announced. Like I said though, we ain't done. Stay tuned for more relating to this new entity, xAI, that currently now will own X, and how Tesla, and importantly their real-world data stream, and by the way, shout out to the Optimus humanoid robot, is the final missing ingredient of this very interesting puzzle. Put a pin in it, folks. Want more content? Early access? Bunch of perks? Click the links in the pinned comment. AG1 is awesome. I've been taking it daily now for more than 3 years. It's a great way to fill in nutritional gaps. It's packed full of vitamins, minerals, and whole food source nutrients, plus has prebiotics, probiotics, and adaptogens to improve gut health, regularity, and help your body handle stress. I'm always looking for an edge to help me feel and perform my best, which is why I haven't missed a day of AG1 for more than 3 years. Just try it and see how you feel. Click the link in the pinned comment or head to drinkag1.com/SMR and get yourself a free 1-year supply of vitamin D3 plus K2 and 5 travel packs. This is what viewers of the channel had to say after trying AG1. I feel like I have a lot more energy since I started on AG1. Just got my AG1 in the mail. Legit feeling the effects after day 3. 3 months ago, I started AG1 and have been enjoying the evenness of alertness and energy that lasts the day. I just started the wife on it too. Are you convinced yet? I mean, hey, it's worth trying, right? Click the link in the pinned comment or head to drinkag1.com/SMR, or I can keep going. This viewer, after about a month on AG1, definitely a lack of fatigue in the afternoon. Pleasant side effect is that my coffee intake has imploded and is almost down to 0. One more? Yeah, why not? I honestly feel younger and will be continuing to use AG1. This stuff really is crazy good. I didn't think it would be, but this stuff is awesome. It really is what everyone is saying. One more? Don't mind if I do. I've just received my 3rd month supply. I've drank it every day. I have so much energy throughout most of the day. I'm productive, started a new business, started socializing, refurbished a boat. It's no coincidence. Thank you for your persistence, your integrity, and your insights. Now look, these are not my words. These are not my testimonials. This is what you guys and girls are saying. Maybe it's 100% placebo effect. But even if that's the case, I think it's money well spent. Click the link in the pinned comment or head to drinkag1.com/SMR and get yourself a free 1-year supply of vitamin D3 plus K2 and 5 travel packs.